Noel, and thank you guys for joining me here live again with another episode of great information for the beauty industry. And again, from your beauty industry coach, Celeste Noel. Tonight, we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic, and I chose this topic because I'm paying attention to a lot of things that's going on, a lot of the conversation, the side talk that we continue to hear about salons, about stylists, and the topic tonight is evil communication corrupts good manners. Now, before we get into all of that, I'm just going to say make sure that you are, when you tune into this channel, that you're open to, I'm just going to say constructive criticism, because I'm going to be 100% raw and real. Coming to you talking from years of experience in the beauty industry. I don't care what sector of the beauty industry you are in. I've tapped into that particular sector. But I want to make sure that we're clear what we're going to be talking about here tonight, because evil communication definitely corrupts good manners. And I think a lot of times stylists don't pay attention to the things that they're saying, because we can, we already know that we're people's people. We say what we want. Sometimes we say how we feel, and we really are in the industry of making people feel good. But sometimes we can kind of take that out of context and we go a little bit overboard and start talking about things in our businesses that will definitely destroy your business. I'm just going to say, I know that I've worked with a lot of stylists. I'm a stylist myself. And being in the industry, one thing when it comes down to communication is so much more. Let's go this direction first. Communication is so much more than just having those conversations where you're talking to the client about the service that they're going to get. Communication is so much more than you talking to the client about gossip, what's going on in your life. We're going to touch bases on that, because that right there, it'll destroy your business. And another thing about communication has to be done effectively. So when you leave here tonight, I want to make sure that you understand how to effectively communicate with your clients, the type of conversations that you should be having. And I'm not ever going to say don't be yourself, because I believe 100% that when you are yourself, that's when you're at your best. But making sure that yourself is not tainted, that it ain't contaminated. What do I mean when I say contaminated? Making sure that you as an individual, that you keep your personality, that you still have character, morals, values, and standards and things of that nature. But don't get so comfortable and relaxed that you just feel like you can say anything in your business, because it will come back and bite you in your behind for real. And I'm certain that there's a lot of stylists that can attest to that, who has, if you're honest with yourself, you've talked about some things that you should have never discussed in the salon, and then it's a little bit too late, because once it's already out, you can't unring a bell. When you said what you said, you can't reel it in. It's too late. There's nothing that you can do about it. So being mindful of those conversations. So when you leave here tonight, my ultimate goal is for you to actually know how to communicate in the salon. Topics that you should be thinking about, especially when it comes down to where we're at right now in life, period, when it comes down to making money, because we're missing out on opportunities that we can be really bringing in a bigger bag if we was talking about the right things and touching bases when it comes down to the right things in the salons. But you're missing out on it because you want to talk about everything and everybody and what's going on. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you, it's messing up your business. Clients may not say it to you, but when they stop showing up, that may be the reason why you haven't seen Miss Shirley no more. That may be the reason why you're like, okay, I haven't heard from her in a while. It's like, when is the last time she got her hair done? You go look at your books, and when you're looking at your books, you're looking at the fact that this client might have she was coming consistent, but you don't see her no more. Maybe go back and think about, like, what was I talking about? What did I say? You ever have that moment, you guys, when you're sitting down and you're thinking, like, what exactly why am I having this feeling? What was I thinking about? It's like, you did something. You just can't put your finger on it, but I was just thinking about something. I was just doing something. Those are those moments that I'm talking about, when you know that you might have said something wrong. But let's get right on into the topic. So what does evil communication corrupt good manners? What does that mean? That means sometimes the things that we say, they are offensive. Sometimes the things that we're talking about in our business, they are offensive. When you have clients that come into your salon, first of all, what I need you to identify is, especially to my newer generation and some of you older stylists, clients are not coming to you just because you do great hair. Let's get that clear. There is not a client coming to you as a stylist because you do good hair. They're just not. It's way too many people out here that can do good hair nowadays, especially the way they just you're on social media, I'm on social media, we see all the things that's taking place, and everybody's not coming to your chair because you can do hair. You know why they're coming to your chair? They're coming to your chair because they genuinely like you as a person. They know, like, and trust you. They like your personality. They like their service. They like the experience that they're getting with you. They like all of those things. Those things are about you. I'm just going to say those things can't be taught. Everybody's assigned a certain amount of clients, whether you are in the business of selling clothes, whether you're in the business of being a dentist, a doctor. Everybody has their group of people. Everybody has their tribe that they're attracted to, a certain amount of group of people that you're going to attract that's going to want to come to nobody but you and you alone. And that's a good thing. So when it comes down to understanding, the first thing is, why are these clients coming to me? Is it just because I do good hair? I'm going to just tell you this. It's not. That's half of as to why they're coming to you. So one of the things you need to be mindful of is understanding they're coming to me because they like me. Now, how do I keep my clients happy? Surely I'm going to have to make sure that I'm having the right conversations with my client. If you are a stylist, number one, when your clients, and I know some clients have experienced this, when your clients are coming in the salon and people, you're gossiping. And I'm going to say that word with clarity, gossiping, talking about people, not even your clients, but people. When you're saying negative things about individuals, things that are not bringing on a positive vibe, since everybody in the positive vibe space, things that aren't bringing on a positive vibe, that means that it's negative. There's two sides of everything. On the other side of positive is negative. So if you're not bringing a positive vibe into the salon by gossiping and talking about things that are not conducive to the betterment of individuals or uplifting people, that's negative. And clients are listening to that, especially if it's an ongoing. And if it's some negative people, if it's an ongoing thing, what starts to happen is they start to listen. It starts off being a laugh. It starts off being funny. It starts off, they actually will engage in the conversation with you. Misery loves company. Sometimes you will have clients that will, girl, I know exactly what you're talking about. Especially if you're saying something about the client in reference to, I'm tired of her being late. She don't ever want to tip. They think you're talking about them too, if they're not laughing. You get what I'm saying? When we're talking about she always late, she don't ever want to tip. She always needs some type of, I'm just going to say she always wanting some type of discount. If I'm saying that in front of my clients, do you not know that that's your client and you've now spoken things that it potentially can ruin your business? Let's talk about those things, because a lot of these things are not being talked about. And honestly, it's to help you move forward with being mindful of what you say. See, when you're running a business, you can't talk about things that will offend your clients that you have in the chair and those clients that may not be in the chair, or your future clients. Because what happens is it's a domino effect. Your negative speaking will get passed along to the client that you have, who's going to bring you referred clients, gonna say, hey, she a good stylist, but I'm gonna tell you now, she will talk about you. You gotta watch it. Good news doesn't travel as fast as bad news. You could have done this client hair 1,000,001 times and did a great job 1,000,001 times, but the first time something negative happens, it supersedes, it overpowers, overshadows everything that you've spoken about. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got to be mindful of what we're talking about in our salon, because it gets back. Another thing is not just the gossip, but talking about your own personal business. Now, I'm not a fan personally, and any of my clients that may watch this, I'm not a fan of truly just hanging out with the clients. If you desire to hang out with your clients, so be it. If I'm going to hang out with a client, it's going to be because of a client appreciation, or we're going to an event, we're doing some type of, if there's a concert, but genuinely just going and hanging out consistently with clients on a consistent basis. You have to watch that, because there's a thin line of them being your friend and them respecting you. It's one thing if your clients respect you, meaning they're coming on time, they don't mind paying what you're asking, they do tip, they respect the value that you give. But as soon as you cross that line and start hanging out with those clients, can I tell you something? The lateness, they start saying, she don't mind, I can be late. The money, it starts decreasing. You get, hey, I'm short this time, maybe I can I get this to you a little bit later? Oh, that's a huge problem. That's called, it's interfering with your business. Does that make sense? It's interfering with your business. So these are things you need to make sure that you are paying attention to, because it's so easy to happen because we're free-spirited people. Like I said, we have huge personalities. Ain't nobody like us. We have a lot of fun. We're always making people's day, making people laugh, making people happy. We give instant gratification, all those things that we do. Everybody want to hang out with their stylist, and I love the fact they want to hang out with us. Absolutely, that's a beautiful thing. But I have to make sure that I understand I'm running a business at the end of the day, and when I'm running my business, I got to be mindful of who I allow into my personal space, because if I'm allowing you into my personal space, then that says a lot. For one, if you are hanging out with your client, make sure your clients are mature and they understand value. That they understand that this is your business and this is how you pay your bills. They're not asking for discounts. They're going to be on time, because not only do they want to value your time, but they know that you value theirs as well. But don't make it a habit of just hanging out with these clients all the time, because you're running a business. So what are good manners? Good manners are clients that tip. Good manners are clients that refer other clients to come to you. Good manners are clients that's going to rebook before they come. All that's good manners. But guess what? Evil communication, your behavior while you're in the salon and while you have those clients there, can corrupt all of that. It can stop you from getting a tip. It can stop those clients from rebooking. It can stop those clients from referring people to you. So your evil communication, the gossip, talking about clients, talking about your business, sharing other clients' business, and things of that nature, will make you miss out on things that God does have for you, all because of your mouth. I can't say that enough. My new stylist, make sure y'all send this to the newer stylists. Super talented, but you lack integrity and the professionalism that's going to require you to get to the next level. There's nothing wrong with you having conversation, and truly, again, I'm not going to say be yourself, but not be yourself, but utilize your personality in a tasteful way. The cursing consistently, the loud talking, the lack of customer service, all of those things are a problem in your future business. See, you don't want your talent to take you in rooms that your character can't keep you in, because the best opportunities will be presented before you. But if you do not have the personality, the character, if you don't have the respect, the understanding, all the things that you need to stay in the room, to climb and maintain, you will lose a position. There's another young lady that is coming right behind you and that's ready to take your place. So be mindful of what you're saying when you're saying it in your businesses. Understand that your business only flourishes and grows and maintains because of you as a stylist, and you need your clients. So how you treat your clients, what you put out, is what's going to come back to you. You're treating them with respect. You're treating them with making sure that you understand their time is valuable. You're giving them a good service. All of those things that they want, and you should definitely be compensated for that. But a lot of times you are not being, I'm just going to say, your business isn't growing. You're not being valued because you don't value yourself. It's almost like a relationship. Like they say, I got to teach somebody how to treat me. You got to learn how to treat your clients so your clients will actually respect you and treat you right. So all of that's going to come with you understanding that you're running a business. You are not in this just to be playing with hair and doing makeup. You are running a business. And when you treat it like a business, it can pay you like one. So I'm going to consistently say, make sure that you are taking your business serious. It's a lot of money in the beauty industry. And first of all, you got to understand that we're dealing with people in their self-esteem. So a person that has low self-esteem already, that's coming into the salon, and especially, wait a minute, what about this one? Clients can be sometiming, but guess what? So can we as stylists. If you're in a mood today, if they're in a mood today where they're cool, they want to laugh, jokey about the gossip or whatever it may be, whatever you may be talking about, your own business. But it may be a time when they come in there and it's not so funny because they're having a bad day and things hit the fan. It's like, but we've been talking about that. That's why you go ahead and start your business right. Here are some tips for you to actually not only make sure that you're not having that evil communication, but it's going to help you boost your overall revenue in your business. The first thing is, if you want to talk about something in your salon, talk about retailing products. Let me go that route first. The products that your clients need before they leave your salon. Meaning, if you are a stylist who's doing your natural hair clients, you don't have time really to gossip about too much of anything, educating them on what's going on in their hair. I'm noticing that you have some dry patches in your hair. I'm noticing you have some psoriasis, which means, you're going to need to do a little bit more work as far as your internal, because it's a sandwich effect. You're going to need to drink more water. You're going to make sure you need to be rebooking an appointment with me, because you're going to need to have some hydration treatment. You need some moisturizer going on in this hair, and you're going to have to be consistent with it. You got to be able to educate your clients and let them know that, hey, when it comes to moisturizing your hair and getting your scalp to a healthy condition, because we understand that psoriasis is a scalp disorder that we know that can be prevented, but that's going to come with consistency. That's going to come with the right regimen that's being created. But that's a moment for you to upsell a product. There's also, to resell a product. There's also an opportunity to upsell. Upselling means while the client is there, they may have come in for a silk press, but after I do my scalp analysis, because you should be doing a client consultation, after I do my scalp analysis, so I know I have you down for a silk press, but I'm going to go ahead and recommend that we give you a hydration treatment today, as well as a hydration treatment or a moisturizing treatment. That's upselling. That's increasing your ticket. You get what I'm saying? You're doing things that means you're taking into consideration that, hey, I have something that's going on within my hair, my scalp. I have an issue that needs to be addressed. So those are the type of conversation. They need to know that you're educated about your craft and that you're concerned about giving them the best service, as well as making sure that they maintain healthy hair, prevent breakage, damage, and all of those things. So retailing your products is one thing we can talk about. Another thing we can talk about is future services. So as I'm looking at your hair, it looks like you would do great with some hair color. Have you thought about getting the hair color? Summertime is coming around. We already know, first of all, with summertime, I'm going to say, yes, it may be dry, but that's still another opportunity for them to come into the salon a little bit more frequently. Because whatever service you're doing, if it is hair coloring, based on the products that you're utilizing, we know that hair color definitely pulls out. It's pulling out that melanin, the natural melanin out of the cortex layer. So we're going to have to consistently put things back in there to add that moisture back into their hair, to making sure that we're taking care of that extra dryness that can be created, not only by just utilizing whatever the aniline derivative that's in your hair color, but if you're utilizing lightener, we know that something's being removed, so we're going to need to consistently add. Upselling again. Everything I'm talking about are opportunities for you to bring in more money. Do you get what I'm saying? Another conversation is having conversation with your clients as far as what they do for a living. Do you know you could have your business partner, I'm just going to be honest with you, could be one of your clients an investor, because based on what they're doing. But if they don't deem you as being someone that is credible for them to invest in, because they've heard all the things that you said, you just missed out on the opportunity because you're having the wrong conversation and they're listening to you. Yeah, you may have a business that's growing and they see the exponential amount of growth. They see all of those things taking place, but they're not willing to invest because of what you've been putting out. Don't allow bad conversations to mess up what could actually be the biggest opportunity for you here in your near future or your future, all because of you having the wrong conversations in your salon. It is something that we all must always consider and think about. What am I talking about in my salon? What type of conversations am I having? Am I talking about things that actually I can benefit from as a stylist, my client can benefit from as a client when it comes down to their hair upselling? Always think brand, people. I'm going to continue to say that, stylists. Think about your brand. When people hear the name Celeste Noel as a beauty industry coach, I want them to get education, motivation, inspiration. Those are the things that I want them to think about me as an individual when they're mentioning my name. Oh man, she's definitely motivating. She's definitely great when it comes to coaching and mentor, guiding, leadership. All of those things, those are the type of things I want to be remembered by when it comes down to you just mentioning my name in our industry. Nothing negative. And you can't make everybody like you. Now, we do know that. People are going to say whatever they want to say, and you can't prevent that. But I tell you what, I'm being intentional when it comes to my conversations with my students, intentional when it comes down to conversation with my mentees, intentional when it comes down to my conversation with those individuals that are getting in the coaching program. All of those things, I am going to be intentional because I understand what it is I'm trying to create now as well as in the long run. Evil communication, corrupt good manners. If you're wondering why the clients aren't coming back, the tips aren't, or you're not getting the tips that you feel like you deserve, products aren't selling off the shelf, you're not getting a lot of walk-ins, or clients, I'm just going to say, may call and they never call back because you might have answered the phone a certain type of way, it wasn't pleasant. Those are things you need to say. How do I sound when I'm in the salon? Meaning, how do I sound to my clients? Do I sound like a professional or do I sound ratchet? Yeah, that's the word I'm going to use. Do I sound like someone that is not professional? And professionalism is not a sound or having a certain tone in your voice. Professionalism is taking into account that I'm knowledgeable, I'm considerate about what it is that we're doing, and I can communicate with you about what it is you want. I ask questions. I communicate effectively. My communication is done in a way that when I'm presenting myself, my image is good. When I speak to you, you understand me. I understand you through reflective listening, and we're good. So, again, evil communication corrupts good manners. And you heard it from your beauty industry coach, Celeste Noel. Make sure you guys are coming on here, sharing this, like it, share it, subscribe. If you learned anything tonight, if this has helped you in any kind of way, even when you watch it, I'm just going to say further on down, make sure you leave a comment in the comment section letting me know what you learned. If there's any topic that you would like to hear, again, I have upcoming classes that we're going to be having, events, seminars. I'm excited about 2023, 24, 25, and here on out. But you guys will be seeing me every single Tuesday night here at 9 o'clock. I'm going to be bringing on different guests, getting into different space, but I'm excited. So right now, again, thank you guys. It is your beauty industry coach, Celeste Noel of Stylist Education. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Evil communication corrupts good manners. Change your language, folks.